And it's about 6:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna be a little bit quiet, 6:13, and the kids are still sleeping. My capacity is really limited. When I saw her frantically searching through Etsy and not being able to regulate and choose, and seeing that all of these options were overwhelming to her brain, I had to shut it down and afterwards. And I felt, what have I done? Have I done to create this fever pitch with online shopping? And I was concerned about what I was teaching them. And I'm learning all this stuff myself at the same time about stopping shopping and not getting satisfaction from things, but from experience, and a lot of the overstimulation of this modern world, and even just them being in school and comparing themselves to other kids and Roblox and Minecraft and all this stuff. And it's a lot to compete against, and processing this in real time with the camera. This has been my process, and I'm so grateful for those of you who've been with me on this journey, because untangling the anxiety and the joy and the what's good and what's not good for me from all of my spending and what I'm purchasing. I am a former trauma therapist turned content creator, and today I want to talk about my low buy and anxiety and my house and my rental in Florida. I have my new espresso machine. It came in a day early. I dialed it in yesterday. It's working great. It's amazing. I bought the Chefman semi-automatic espresso machine. I looked at the Brevilles. I looked at every single espresso machine you could possibly order online or on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, is this the path of least resistance? That's my mantra. Is this the path of least resistance? And I think it through and I'm like, you know what? That's not the path of least resistance. If it's $50 to go to the play place and I was gonna pay that because I'm fatigued from this week of dealing with the fourplex. I've done a ton of work this week and it's my job, it's fine. This is providing my income for the rest of my life. It's going to provide me early retirement. I'd rather do this than any other thing. But because I can feel my fatigue, I can see that my nervous system is a little bit, my spiritual bank account is very low. My emotional bank account is low. So today instead, we will probably spend some money at the craft store, come home and craft, and potentially go to the pool. And that's what I have today, and it's okay. I'm looking at the use of the money and saying, okay, this is probably worth it. Some people may think this is justification during a low buy, and that's okay. Let me know when you have kids and get back to me, especially if you're a single parent. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm saying that right now, this is the plan. I may get them back from school today and decide we're just going to use the crafts we have and we're going to go to the pool, and I may decide that there is no spending today. But if it is, it will be totally okay. I have learned from getting off of short form content, becoming a more conscious parent, and wanting to spend this summer connecting with my kids. I also know that the best mother is a happy, well-regulated mother. During this sort of financial upheaval with the AC companies in Florida, and knowing that I'm about to shell out 11K, that was the first quote, not even for the full ductwork. This is just for one unit. I have 4. All of my ACs are from 2010, so I am going to be systematically replacing them over the next 5 years probably. I can afford it. And then my reserves will be very low for anything related to that house. What I'm saying is that I guess I'm in this place of questioning with the low buy. This week has been full of anxieties and numbers and payments. Warren Buffett doesn't get $10 haircuts because to him it's a $10,000 haircut, because if he invested that $10 in 40 years, it would be 10,000 or whatever. I don't want to always focus on the numbers and the money. Money, to me, should be used for experiences to enhance life. There's a part of me as a parent, of course, we want to give our kids what they want. And I think I'm sad, and the feeling that's coming up is my father was a spendthrift and gave me everything I could possibly want. If I asked for $20, he gave me $200. My mother was the opposite. It was sort of like, you shop too much, and there was an emphasis on thriftiness and on saving. Both parents still bad with money in the long run. I don't want a no-buy to be the end-all, be-all, and have rigid rules and ideas around parenting and spending to the point where we can't enjoy our money and I can't enjoy early retirement or parenting with my kids. So money as a tool is a good thing. I'm in this place of questioning, where's the limit? Because just as someone in recovery with alcohol and drugs, you can quit cold turkey. But as a parent in the modern world, obviously I have to spend on necessities. But then where does the return on investment, where's the limit for that on fun spending versus investing for the future? Spending on things that I couldn't afford, the constant buying, it's not about the money. It really, for me, is about being okay now. To be rid of these old ideas that we belong or don't belong based on the number in our bank account. That is beside the point. I'm starting to understand that it's not about spending or not spending. What I've been doing with the low buy and buying things, is this the path of least resistance? That's what I ask myself every single day, because every single day I want to go to TJ Maxx or the thrift store or Target or Amazon and buy frivolous things. And some things are worth the money, even if they're not necessarily useful, right? Things don't have to be useful to be appreciated. And there's a line between appreciating something because it's beautiful or you like the quality or the craftsmanship. That is inherently wonderful and good. We as humans love to create. I had a dream the other night that I looked at 3 houses to buy, and the first one was probably a $50 million mansion with intricate tiles and 20 rooms and fireplaces everywhere. And the second house we went to was a little cottage. It had a kitchen that was falling apart, but we were like, you know what, we can do this. We can fix this place up. And then the third place was like a shack that had been flooded and it was gross and dingy. It was like, instead of the ghosts of Christmas past, it was my subconscious mind is trying to untangle what is joy, especially from my mom, who was my primary caretaker. This emphasis on family members who had a lot of money versus us. And when we would go to the wealthy family members' houses and just her looking around and just in awe of the fact that they had all of this and how gorgeous it was like there was an awe mixed with a disdain and a very stark comparison. And I grew up feeling like, can I have this? Is this for me? But there was not a talk around happiness and joy. And like I said, I became a trauma therapist as a response to life in my house and trying to figure it all out. And I'm still learning and growing as a parent who very deeply loves and cares for both of my daughters and wants to make sure that they know that every day. I also want to become the healthiest, happiest version of myself, and to say that we are abundant no matter how much we have or don't have, and that we belong. And so finding that belonging was never about the money, right?